brief nosegay of the talents of Rita Rudner. And now one of television's most popular and glamorous actresses, most famous perhaps for the glossy success of Heart to Heart, but whom you last saw, I think, playing twins in the miniseries Deceptions. So let's see if she's managed to resolve her split personality. Stefanie Powers. Now, you're going to play a bit of polo. You're going to do a bit of acting, but first you're going to play a bit of polo.
Yeah, I brought my little notes here because I just arrived from Los Angeles. I'm a bit jet-lagged, and I'm sure I'm going to leave somebody's name out of this.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful
You're not going through a list of names now, the rich and famous with whom you play polo.
Oh, no, the lovely gentleman with whom I play polo. I'm so lucky I get to play with all these really nice fellas. And I'm usually the only girl, isn't that nice?
It is nice, but it's...
I like those odds.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous work. I mean, Prince Charles, as you know, well, you may know, he fell off and had a very nasty twist to the arm. I mean, have you ever fallen off?
I'm hoping not to do that. No, I'm hoping not to do that.
You ever fallen off?
Well, I think to ride horses is to fall off, I think, unfortunately. They're wonderful creatures, but they're bigger than we are, and sometimes they make funny moves. And if you're not tightly gripped, I think is the word.
Oh, yes.
If you'll excuse the expression.
No, it's vital.
You must
It's vital in life as well as in polo
Yes.
to be tightly gripped.
I'm afraid so.
And you're playing on Sunday, for charity on Sunday.
It's a wonderful thing that's happening on Sunday out at Guards Polo Club, and it's not exclusive to the members. It's open to everybody. Those lovely Gypsy Kings are going to play a concert. It's the last sort of bits of the
They won't get in. They're
season.
not properly dressed. They'll be wearing a tie and everything.
We'll make an exception for them.
Yeah.
But it's in aid of Save the Children, and it's a wonderful group of people that have gotten together to play polo.
That'd be great.
Some of rock and roll's best drummers are going to play. Kenny Jones, Stuart Copeland.
Hang on, here's the list.
Mike Rutherford.
Oh,
And me, I'm not the drummer, but Howard Hipwood, Lord Charles Beresford, Warren Sharon, Rob Walton are the professional players.
All ordinary guys. They're just ordinary guys.
High goal players.
Yeah.
And me,
Yeah.
who is not a professional player. And then we play in the afternoon on Sunday, and then afterward there's a wonderful Gypsy King concert.
I believe Sylvester Stallone is going to play.
Really?
I heard he was turning up. Have you ever seen him aboard a polo pony?
I haven't, no. I know he plays, but we've never run into each other.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'd quite like to see old Sly playing. I'd like to see you better, but I mean...
I always think he's Victor Mature's son. It's like looking at Victor Mature.
No, he's about 3 feet smaller than...
Smaller, isn't it? But you know, one always thinks of polo for posh people. Am I wrong?
Yes, well.
Yes.
I've been to a polo match, mind you.
Only for the posh.
Well, it isn't.
crust.
I mean, it really isn't. You know, if you think about it, it was a tribal game in Afghanistan, and it was taken up by the British Army, and they brought it back here. It's played on ranches all over Texas, and they're not. I mean, the old cowboys, they're
No.
you know, they chew out tobacco.
Prince Philip always says that he doesn't understand why more people don't play it, because polo ponies only cost about 17,000.
No. Some of them don't. No, some of them don't.
Come on, how much have you spent on ponies over there?
Well, actually, I've got 6 of them that I trained myself. So all I paid was, the last one that I trained cost me £200.
Oh, that's all
And
right.
she's now 4 years old, and she's playing really well.
Didn't you say it's better than a psychiatrist?
I said that the first time I bought a polo pony. I said to my business manager, it's cheaper than a psychiatrist. After the 10th one, she said, not anymore.
You've had your hard times. We were talking about Barbara's hard times and hard emotional times, but you've had your periods when you have been out of work as an actress.
Hills and valleys, darling.
Hills and
Ups and
valleys.
Ups and
eh?
downs, yeah.
But I think, you know, anybody who's had a long career is going to face that. And obviously, you know, if you don't grow as an individual, I don't think.
You know, when you're out of work and you're starving to death, did you make any rules?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you make any rules then to say what you were going to do when you had any money? Like, I'm going to buy all the polo ponies in the world.
No, I was very lucky because I always had Mommy and Daddy to go back to. I was born in California, so I didn't have to go to Hollywood. No. I was born there, and I went to school there, and So I was at home when I was 15 years old, which was when I began. So I was very, very lucky. I didn't have to compromise in the ways that many girls had to.
Yes,
So I was lucky.
if you were crossed in love, it was straight back to mummy, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And now my mother's living with me, so it's completely reversed.
You didn't have quite the same support, at least from your father, did you?
No, it was difficult. My mother and father were divorced when I was 15, and I think little girls, we are daddy's girls, aren't we? And I remember I had to give evidence in court, which was harrowing, and saying things about my father. And then when he came out of the court, he walked past me, and I said, "But Mummy, I didn't mean that. You know, if only Daddy would understand." That's what I had to say, because the magistrate said that. You know, and he didn't understand that.
And he never spoke to you after?
No. Many years later we met up, but it didn't work out. You know.
Tell me about love letters, which you're going. When are you going on the stage?
Well,
we read a lot about it.
It's like icing on the cake. I'm actually here. I love playing polo, but the real reason that I'm here is that Robert Wagner and I are opening in a play called Love Letters.
Oh,
You and RJ.
wonderful.
Yes, together again.
Yeah.
We tried.
It
we
will
actually
lead to
did
talk,
this.
though, won't it? I mean, have you ever been linked romantically?
His wife is coming with him.
Ah,
Yes. Well,
more.
The gossip is
Yes.
always
no, the
going to get
gossip,
there,
the
first
column.
thing,
Yeah.
We've done this play before. We did it in Boston. We tried it out. We hadn't worked together for about 6 years, and I think we were really curious to know whether or not the chemistry that we had had as
Heart to heart,
performers
yes,
for 5 years would actually spill over to the theater. The play is an amazing little piece, which when you first encounter it, the premise of it seems something that wouldn't be terribly appealing to the audience, because in actual fact what it is two people sitting on a stage reading the love letters that they've written to each other over a lifetime since they were 7 years of age.
Oh, lovely.
And it's set in a period which sort of expands from the Eastern Seaboard sort of mentality of the late 30s in through the late 60s, early 70s. And what happens to these two people?
so you never have to move around. You needn't wear anything below the belt, really. You can just dress up to here.
Except to come on and off.
Yeah.
That's all.
Be different,
But
yeah.
are they not having famous couples?
Well,
Yeah,
that's what happened when it was first done in New York.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
It's a wonderful idea, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's been done. I can't remember how many people have done it, but Kathleen Turner has done it with John Rubinstein. Jason Robards has done it with Elaine Stritch. It's the combinations are endless.
Yes, you could have Les Dawson, Penelope Keith. That would be good. Anthony Hopkins and you.
Well, the producer just asked me, Duncan Weldon, upstairs. He said, "You must do it, Barb." And he said, "Who would you like?" And of course I said,
It's
"Mr.
me and
Wogan."
you, yes. Wonderful.
Me and Attell.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful. It's a pleasure, as always, to have you
Oh,
here.
thank you,
you for
Dan.
coming, Stephanie. You too.
Oh, thank you.
Well, wish Stephanie well with love letters, and Barbara with her book and her career.